Ms. Tisby firmly asserts that Mr. Quarterman is the biological father of her daughter, highlighting his reluctance to undergo a DNA test to establish this paternity. Her insistence on accountability underscores her desire for Mr. Quarterman to accept his parental responsibilities. In a direct counter, Mr. Quarterman labels Ms. Tisby as delusional, suggesting that her motives are primarily financial. He has articulated a clear demand for a blood test, viewing it as essential to dispelling any uncertainties surrounding his alleged paternity. The complexities of their relationship emerge as Ms. Tisby perceives their bond as committed, while Mr. Quarterman categorically frames it as casual. This fundamental misalignment in their perspectives introduces complications that significantly affect the legal proceedings. In a poignant recounting, the mother reflects on the tragic circumstances surrounding the birth of her child, Jordan, alongside the loss of his twin, who died shortly after delivery. This profound grief has left indelible emotional scars, severely impacting her mental health and influencing her interpersonal relationships. Amidst these emotional currents, Mr. Quarterman reveals his doubts regarding his paternity status, reinforcing his call for a blood test to establish a biological connection. He postulates that genetic similarities could arguably provide insights into Jordan's resemblance, yet remains skeptical. As the discussion progresses, the intricate nature of parental accountability is laid bare, particularly concerning child support and the psychological burden of denial. This discourse illuminates the pressing need for responsibility within familial dynamics. Profoundly, the mother articulates that her emotional connection to her child far outweighs any material considerations, emphasizing the fundamental need for a father's presence in a child's life. This perspective accentuates the significance of nurturing parental relationships. Subsequently, the courtroom erupts as paternity test results confirm Mr. Quarterman is not Jordan's father, a revelation met with collective shock and disbelief. This pivotal moment starkly illustrates the emotional stakes entrenched in paternity disputes. Accusations about the biological parentage of a second child, Aaliyah, further complicate this narrative, as Mr. Quarterman endeavors to contest paternity claims fueled by hearsay. This scenario exemplifies the intricate emotional landscape associated with allegations of paternity fraud. The dynamic between the parties grows increasingly strained, marred by past deceit and a lack of transparency. Such conditions foster considerable frustration and emotional turmoil for both individuals entangled in this complex situation. The historical backdrop of their interactions, characterized by both financial transactions and emotional ties, compounds the existing challenges and engenders feelings of betrayal. This multifaceted history creates a dense web of conflict that complicates resolution. Despite the prevailing hardships, Mr. Quarterman expresses a willingness to extend forgiveness, a sentiment that underscores the multifarious challenges of love intertwined with parental duties amidst a backdrop of deceit. Scrutiny of conception timelines reveals inconsistencies, raising critical questions about the identity of the child's biological father. Factors such as weather conditions during the period of supposed conception further contribute to the ongoing dialogue. The emotional upheaval triggered by dishonesty within the relationship becomes increasingly visible. Mr. Quarterman voices his uncertainties about the future of their connection, particularly in light of the absence of definitive proof regarding paternity. Exploring the legal ramifications of paternity fraud, the discussion delineates between moral transgressions and the complexities of legal accountability. The notion of a statute of limitations complicates the pursuit of justice and redress. Miss Grant shares her sense of vindication, confronting the lies of the past while affirming her knowledge of her child's true father. This admission provides her with a semblance of closure, a necessary step in her emotional journey. The emotional struggle of Miss Laster becomes pronounced as she reflects on her bond with her children, particularly the pain of severed ties with Malachi. Her narrative reveals profound familial connections that shape her experience. The court's probing examination of intimate relationships and conception timelines illuminates the intricate nature of paternity cases. Detailed discussions surrounding the timing of intimate encounters are pivotal in informing judicial rulings. In understanding DNA testing processes, It is critical to note that they typically involve a comparative analysis of the DNA from the mother, child, and alleged father, aiming to determine the probabilities of paternity with accuracy. A reported 99.9% probability of paternity suggests a significant likelihood of exclusion, a concept that may perplex those unfamiliar with genetic terminology. Thus, clear communication of test outcomes proves essential for ensuring understanding. The emotional reactions from individuals involved in paternity proceedings underscore the profound personal stakes linked to the results. Appreciating these emotions is crucial for navigating family relationships in the aftermath of such revelations. The significance of family support emerges as a cornerstone for successfully navigating the challenges of single parenthood. A nurturing family environment can provide the much-needed stability and resilience during trying periods. It is imperative to comprehend the responsibilities inherent in parenthood. Individuals must engage in introspection regarding their life choices and the potential ramifications these may have on their children. Ultimately, the emotional weight of unveiling paternity can be profound, serving to reshape relationships and individual identities. Many grapple with the acceptance of their circumstances and the broader implications of the testing outcomes.